Hey guys, this is Printing Boss, and I wanted to talk about my quadcopter project. So, this was a minion for the project Quad Squad. And what Quad Squad was, it was a group of quadcopters that would go out on search and rescue missions and help those in need. So this was the first one I designed. And I want to talk about what it is and what the holes are and why are there holes and rivets and things you've made inside of it. I'm gonna go over that now. So this main hole here, that was for the motor. The motor slid in there, put the prop on, and it flew around pretty well. This other hole here was for the LED. The LED would slip up from the bottom and it would fit in that hole nice and snug. Right here, this whole line indent thing, that was intentionally made for wires and wires only. Turns out it was too small and it didn't really work out that well. We flew this around tons of times and I found out that it was really unstable and really hard to fly. As you can see here, if I can break it, so it has some flex. You can see the flex. And it was really hard to fly and it was really awkward at times. In this open area concept, it was really hard to go about. So here is my first failed print. So I made a second version of this. So this is 2.0. This is an upgrade. Well, not 2.0. Yeah, we'll call this 2.0. It doesn't matter. So what happened here is on the software itself, where you put in your print, I put it on sideways, so it printed absolutely everything on an awkward slant, making it really hard to fly and very fragile. It was also really hard to pull off all the support. And this one was actually printed on a Zortrax. Get out of my way. That started to irritate me. But yeah, it's pretty good. Zortrax is a really good printer. And this is when I actually stopped using the Zortrax. So right here, I actually printed another one. Actually, this is where I stopped on the Zortrax. You can see where I covered it up. All the wire management is gone. Everything's gone smooth. And this hole here, this actually holds the battery. The battery was thick enough to apply pressure on itself for tension or whatever. And yeah, this was really fun to fly. It was really stable, but it did have some hard times being controlled, I guess you could say. And so I'm like, okay, well, as you can see on all of these three, they're all rectangle, right? Well, maybe not this one, but oh, well, wait, if you put it the right way, there you go. So you can see it's on a rectangle, not so square. On all of them, that's exactly how it is. So I'm like, you know what, maybe I need to make a square, maybe that will make it fly better. So here is my second failed one. So this was my first time using a MakerBot printer. And so what it was supposed to do is it was meant to print like this, straight down like that. What happened was on the wing, it started to lap over and then it started to sag and it just became a massive mess. So that day, I'm like, you know what, let's print it upside down. And so here's the 3.0, okay? I had tons of fun with 3.0. It was stable, it was fantastic. 10 minutes into the flight, my teacher wanted to fly it and he broke it. And so I'm like, you know what, we'll just print another one tomorrow. I have to make it more stable. And so we did, we printed a new one. And here's the one that we pretty much flew the most. This one was also made with the MakerBot as well. As you can see, all four sides had to be fixed and replaced, and this was still considered a failed print. Back here, the holder for the battery wasn't printed properly. If you didn't notice it, here it is right here, the end piece. Didn't print properly, and so I got really irritated, so I just started flying it around anyway as I was making the other prototypes. This was flown around at least 16 to 20 times after. It was a very easy flight, very stable. and overall the microchip on top stayed still and there's no problems with it. So this one is still considered a failed print. So what happened was the heat bed didn't keep this down all the way. So it was awkward and really hard to fly over time, and it didn't print that again. So go figure. Here is the final design, and this one flew the best out of all of them. As you can see here, I added more support to both of them, to all of them, all the wings. And right here, you can see the difference of the two wings. Right here where it doesn't have that lip. And I also wanted to make stands, but the stands were extremely fragile and they kept breaking. But overall, this one was the strongest one out of all of them. I could throw this at a brick wall, a child, a dog, whatever comes my way, and it still wouldn't break. This one has gone through the most stress out of all of them. Very clean print, excluding the top. So, MakerBot, I've noticed out of these two prints, this one's a MakerBot and this one's a Zortrax, they have an overall smoother type of look up top, and here's the bottom, but overall the tops were smooth with the Zortrax, but overall it was a really good project. It was really fun to do, and I strongly recommend you guys to make your own. I did use SolidWorks for this, and it was fantastic. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment and tell me what I should do next, I guess. I do plan on making 3D print build videos and tutorials on things. And so yeah, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Pieces.